This is Justin. You're watching Field Dreams Club. I have a special guest today with me. To my right, his name is,
It's your boy Joe.
and that is your boy Joe. Because every person you know that is named Joe, it's not your boy. This guy right here. He's the only boy that you ever have. That's Joe. So today I'm gonna throw some topics at him, and we're gonna see how he's gonna answer them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be back and forth. You know, maybe he had some different disagreements or whatever. But this is for people who have questions. You know, maybe you could like pick a side. I guess whatever. You could see how you want to do it. All right. So the first question I have is everyone getting saved?
What you mean?
Like, is everybody on earth gonna get saved? Like everybody who's sinned, or like, are you getting saved, or do you know who's gonna get saved? You know, like.
Well, I don't know who's gonna save. That's only God knows. Jesus. So I mean, not everyone's getting saved. No. There's gonna be some that don't get saved. Family members.
And then what do you say to people who say why would God do that and not save everybody?
Well, you can't save those who don't believe in Jesus as the Son of God. So I mean, it's right there. I'm not good at remembering verses by the chapter, anything, but you know, he says, what do you see now? Now, you have the camera on me. But you know, he says no one came to the kingdom of heaven, something like that, unless they know Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
And what do you say to the people who like say like the Bible's been like altered?
Like it hasn't been altered. So just because it's been translated a different way doesn't mean it's been altered. That's like if I wrote a book and someone translated it to their language, does that mean it's been altered? No, it's just been translated. There's multiple translations of the Bible, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's been changed. It's just different translations. Nothing's been altered.
You right.
I know that's a big people say it's hasn't been altered. Nothing's been changed in the same way.
And then what about people saying it's misogynistic, like the Bible's misogynistic? And like people always say this, it's like God supported, like they supported having multiple wives.
Not in the Christian world. I mean, yeah, that was the Old Testament. Basically, men were able to have multiple wives. The New Testament, that's the Old Testament. The New Testament, you can't have multiple wives, just one wife. So, I heard that argument too, but that's just the Old Testament. People are not smart enough to read that part. Or do their own research. I don't like to read. I watch a lot of videos.
I can't really read. I'm not gonna lie. I could read it, but like I can't understand it. I'll be reading, and then you know like, I like what I just read. Like I just forgot. Like, I'm saying these words, but I'm like just I'm not conscious while I'm reading the words. But I'm reading them. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's hard. I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, I'm trying. What would you say to an atheist or somebody who doesn't believe in God? What would you say to them? You know, if you want, like, you know, obviously you want everybody, you want your people who surrounded you to be like, to follow God, you know. So what would you say to them that, they'll probably lead them to the right direction, you know? Like what is something you would do or say to an atheist or someone who doesn't believe in God, you know?
I mean, there's only so much I can say. I can just tell them the gospel, and then it'll go from there. Tell them at least read the Bible, but don't read it going there trying to like read it in the way for you. Try to read it in there to understand. Don't go in there trying to read it like you're trying to prove something. Just like, you know, read it, understand it. Have an open mind going into it. Yeah, that's what it is. Have an open mind going into it. I can say the gospel. There's only so much I can do. I can't. Myself, I can't force someone to believe in something.
Yeah, I think that's what turns people are around. Like with atheists, and they have like maybe someone who's a Christian, and like you know, some Christians are too forceful, you know.
I'm not gonna force no one. If they don't want to hear anything, even if they don't hear the gospel, I'm just gonna stop talking. I'm not gonna force nothing.
Yeah, that's a good way, you know. You know, you just don't shove it in there, you know. Just put it here and there, you know. Like little itsy bits of words.
Here goes to the first Jesus question. Here it is, the John 3:16 one. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whatsoever believeth in Him should not perish but have everlasting life. I mean, you gotta believe in Jesus to go to heaven. I mean, now let's say those who haven't heard the gospel or anything and haven't had a chance to hear the gospel. That's different. I mean, obviously they didn't get a chance to hear the gospel or anything. So that's a different story. That's a whole different topic.
That's probably like a little percentage though, because it's like if you believe in evil,
pretty much almost every nation knows the gospel now. There's probably like a few left that haven't heard it, but yeah.
Because if you believe in evil, if you believe in like spirituality, there's probably some people who, like, I'm not saying they're not, but like it's probably very rare.
In the spiritual world?
Well, I'm talking like people who haven't heard the gospel. I feel like it's very rare.
It's rare, yeah. Almost everyone knows the gospel. But I mean, you will encounter some. I mean, I haven't encountered anybody who doesn't know nothing about Jesus or anything. But I've heard people who've met other people who don't know nothing about Jesus that they never even heard of it.
Yeah.
So I haven't encountered that.
Oh yeah, what would you say to people who are always like, well, there's kids suffering, you know, why doesn't He save them, like, or they have like, you know, just illnesses or whatever?
That's just free will. Free will. There's evil in the world. Evil's gonna happen. I mean, that's the best way I can say. That's just free will.
Yeah. That's what I always say. When they're always like, "Oh, don't give me that," and they go on.
Yeah, I had a friend who just. I'm like, it's just free will. It just happens.
Yeah, you explain to them, but you know, like it's like there's something blind. You know, you'll tell them the truth, and it's just covered. And then when they find the truth, they'll see, like, oh wow, it was right there.
Just free will. I mean, that's the only thing. That's why I tell everybody, it's just free will. That's what happens with free will. You have evil and bad in the world. Yeah. And unfortunately, there's a lot of evil.
Yeah, it's just true, because He gives free will to believe in Him or not. So, you know, it's a thing you gotta like. You gotta like try to put a foot forward, or like surround yourself with people as well, that, you know, aren't doing evil stuff, you know. What do you say to the people who always say, well, I pray, but then he's not answering my prayers, you know? Like, is there something that they're missing, or like, what do you say to people who are like, I'm praying every day, but it's not working out, you know? I don't see nothing happening.
Because they're praying just to. They're just praying to God, just always asking for something. They never go to Him just to pray. If all your prayers is just, you know, hey God, let me get this PS5 or this and that all the time. I mean, it's just like, but what are you doing in your actual life too, though? So that can play a factor too. If you're not living in the word, if you're not living, you know, righteousness or anything, and you're praying, what makes you think you deserve what you're praying for? You know what I'm saying? Some people pray, they only pray when they need something. Yeah. Me? Yeah. I'm not perfect. I forget to pray. I fall asleep before I pray sometimes. I'm like, oops. But yeah.
I used to do
that. I don't always, when I pray, I don't always ask for anything. I just talk.
Yeah. The way I do it now, because I used to be like, oh, can I get this, whatever, but now I'm just like, whatever is gonna benefit me, or like not me, or whatever is right for me. Like I ask God, like, whatever you have planned for me, I just hope it works out. I hope you just show me like any type of way, soon, or not soon, but like in like a month and now, a year. I was like a couple years, like however it may be, but I hope there's a good plan for me that maybe I want to be. This is an example. Maybe I want to be like a boxer, like maybe show me something else, or like show me that like that you know just there's always something better. You know, obviously you're not gonna pray to be like I want to be the best boxer in the world, because you know that's not you know it's just sport. It's a sport thing. So I just pray like just show me the right direction. That's what I'm trying to say. Just show me the right direction that you have for me.
That's what I do too. Well,
And cats, are they where are they going? You know what I'm saying? Where do they go?
well,
For animals.
animals, from what I know, there's no like, they don't really have souls like us. Because there's no purpose really for them, from my understanding. Now, from what I know like if you're in heaven, I forgot. I think David had told me this. If you're in heaven and everything, if you had a pet or anything, you know, it'll be up there with you or something like that. I don't remember. I need to look that up. David is the one who told me. But yeah, I mean, there is animals in heaven, I think, from what I remember. But as far as like the animals, like our dogs or our pets, I would assume they all go to heaven. But it doesn't really specifically say that. I would assume they go to heaven, because they're God's creatures at the end of the day. Every single animal is God's creatures at the end of the day.
That's a tough one. I don't know that one.
Nah, because you think of every animal that is here on Earth, besides like mosquitoes or like little. Oh no, some insects have purposes. Like the best way to take care of a mice problem in your house are cats. Best place to take care of roaches or like the natural way without using any chemicals or anything, or bed bugs or anything. Especially bed bugs. The best way to take care of a bed bug is the house spider that's up there. They get trapped in the webs and then they're gonna eat them.
Do Christians have to go to church?
Oh yeah, that's what I battle with all the time. I don't necessarily think Christians have to go to church. Cause I mean nowhere, like I don't see, I haven't, even when I raised I haven't, it doesn't say anywhere I have to go to a building and be with a whole bunch of people that listen to a pastor or priest talk for me to get into heaven or anything. And the definition of church in the Bible is two or more people worshiping the Word of God. So just me, David, and you reading the Bible and worshiping God, that's church itself. So yeah, I say that's church, but I do that anyway. But you know, about to go to an actual building and all that, it'd be nice. Yes, I mean, I'm not saying I don't want to go to church. I want to go to church. It's just hard to find a good church, especially here in DC. It's hard.
Okay.
Like, it's hard to find a good church. There's no good churches out there. It's just like, well, I don't want to say there is good churches out there. It's just where we're at right now. It's hard. If anybody's in DC watching this video and goes to church, wants you to go, I'll go. Preferably English, but yeah, I'll go and I'll see it out. I'll see if I like it myself. It's just we'll see. Just because a lot of churches out here, you have the pastor, the priest, and everything. They take the donations and they're buying BMWs, Mercedes. Like, it doesn't add up to me.
I asked my friend I had on the show recently. He was like, it's like you don't have to. Like if you have a good connection with God, you don't have to.
Yeah, I was gonna say
And if you're struggling, it will probably help. He said it helps him because he's surrounded by everybody who like talks about God, who wants to.
Yeah. So if you live in a family and let's say your mom, dad, everybody's atheist, and you being Christian yourself, but there's no one around you that's Christian or anything. Yeah, it'd be good to go to church right there. best. It's better.
But he's like, you don't have to. Like, but like if you want to, like if you're trying to get more closer, like keep going, getting closer, and you're just at a right now you're like at an end point, like you know there's room to get closer. He's like just either have a group of friends that like or surround yourself with the people who believe in God, or go to the church, because everybody there is they all love God. So like you'll get closer.
That's the thing. Generally everyone in church loves God. But there's a lot of people who go to church
Just to
on
go.
Sunday, but the day before they're at the club.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they're getting piped down, and then they wake up to go to church. And then the next day, or right after they get off church, they're going back to their fling, or they're doing other stuff. Like, it's not, that's what happens a lot in the church.
That's true, yeah. Like, it's they go to church, but they're not really doing anything like, they're just going there just to go
I
there.
encountered a couple of people just in my job, new job I got. So I asked questions to test them and stuff. One guy, he passed. Well, two of them passed the test. Some of them were just like, okay, he's not about it. Two of them were about it. And I was like, okay. One of them invited me to his church. It's a Spanish church. I might go. But yeah, I might go sometime. Maybe I could probably go this Friday if I want.
What version of the Bible should we read? You know, there's a bunch of them. There's King James. There's other ones.
Everyone says, even the YouTubers I watch, is the New King James or the King James, because that's the most accurate translation from the original. That would be probably the best one, but I will get a New King James Study Bible, which has the verses that you just it explains the verse that you just read on the bottom of the page, so that makes it better. And I haven't opened it up in a while, but when I was reading it does help a lot. Those little stuff. I technically don't read it, but I technically do at the same time, because a lot of the YouTubers I watch are Christian videos, and they're always reading straight from the Bible. So technically, I'm more of a listener.
Yeah. Same.
They're always reading straight from the Bible. Now, I have a trouble time remembering verses like John 3. I have a trouble doing that. In general, with anything that's outside of the Bible, I have trouble doing that. It's hard for me. And I'm not saying I have good memory. It's just I don't even know my parents' phone number, so it's just like by heart. Well, my mom's, but my dad's had the same phone number for like 10 plus years. I still don't know by heart.
Yeah.
I only know my mom's number and my number by heart, and that's it.
Even my friend who I interviewed today, I asked him that. I was like, what should someone do like they're struggling to read the Bible? He was like, well, I struggle to read the Bible too, and he was like, his pastor is telling us to like, just start with like maybe like 10 minute reading like for 10 minutes a day or whatever, like, and then or praying. He's like, just keep doing little baby steps, and then like eventually you'll read the Bible, but like, you know, he said just do little baby stuff, you know, like pray. Or maybe like some 10-minute prayer, or like anything that like involves the Bible, and then, you know, he said like eventually it should just hopefully it could come together. But he said he's not perfect either. Which I was surprised, because, you know,
No one's perfect.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought he would like. I thought he reads the Bible like every day, but like nah, he was like he struggles too.
No one's perfect.
Nobody's perfect. You live and you learn it. Shout out to Miley Cyrus. Actually, don't. Should Christians celebrate Halloween?
It's not. I don't want to say if it's like they have to. I'm not saying that. No. I have this conversation with my friend David all the time. Every Halloween that comes around, he's like, I don't celebrate that. It's demonic or whatever. I'm like, I mean, it doesn't originally come from a demonic, you know, time. Or, I mean, it's been made into, you know, a lot of witch stuff. But yeah, later on in the years. But my thing is, I'm a Christian, and my kid wants to be Spider-Man. I don't see no problem with that, to get some candy. I'm not doing no witchcraft of my own or anything. Especially, I mean, people say, well, the people around there are doing it. Well, that's them. That's not me. That's not us. And then, you know, if you don't, you're not really supposed to, you know, interact with in places of sin either. So in that case, you know, this YouTuber I watched for this long, he goes to the church and they have a little truck named. That's good too. It was just like, it's just like, I mean, I'm not saying you should celebrate. If you don't want to celebrate, don't celebrate. I'm not, no one's forcing nothing. Me personally, if when I have a kid or two, they want to celebrate Halloween, I'm gonna be like, well, yeah, we can do that. I see no problem. As long as he's not gonna be no Chucky or anything. That's, you know, that's in the form of demonic or anything. But like, he just wants to be a Power Ranger. Just a different kind. I don't see no problem with that. Yeah, I know now people celebrate it, you know, Satanists are already celebrate for another reason, but it's just like, that's just like, same thing with like Christmas. There's some Christians who celebrate it who don't. For other reasons, they say that some people think it's pagan or something like that. And that's the same thing with, it's like the same thing, kind of the same sort of thing with Halloween. It's just, I don't see a
What the heck?
I don't see a problem with that. I don't know, that's just me. And I think YouTubers debate two Christian YouTubers debate this too. It's just like, I was on the other guy's side who said he was saying the same thing I was saying. Like, I see no problem with it, and if you look into the actual history of it, this doesn't really come from a demonic background. Just look at Inspiring Philosophy's video on it, and that'll give you all the sources you need. Same thing with Christmas. It's not really pagan. There's no actual proof that it came from like pagan or anything. Just look at Inspiring Philosophy's video too on that. You'll find it. It's on his channel, Inspiring Philosophy. Yeah, so I see no problem with someone wanting to just go and have their kid dressed up as Superman, Spider-Man, Power Rangers to get some candy. Now, if you don't feel comfortable because your neighbors, you know, are not Christian, they participate in that type of stuff, then okay, your local church most likely does that like a little trick or treat for their church or something. That's cool too. So, that's my take on it. Well, they should celebrate another situation. So you don't want to go one. I'm not saying they should. I'm not saying they shouldn't. It's up to that person.
Now let's just get into some little news that's going on in the world now. So Brittany Griner just got released from, not released, but she got traded. It was a trade. It was like, kind of like the NBA.
The worst trade in history.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that. Look, listen. It's a good thing she's home, you know. But at the same time, like, that trade should have never happened. You're gonna trade a WNBA player for a weapon criminal who wanted to kill Americans, who was making, like, that makes sense. And then, like, my sister said yesterday, she told me, she said, well, maybe the Russian wanted to lock him up. Why? They dapped him up when he got off the plane. They was not trying to lock this man up. They wanted him free to continue doing what he was doing. So, I mean, and then, not even that, they chose a WNBA player over a Marine. That's a slap on our face of the military. And I have massive respect to anybody who serves in any branch of the military. Like, no, that's a slap on the face of them. I'm like, come on, man. Like, I mean, if I was president, I would leave them both there if that was the only choice. I would not. I would leave the Marine. I would leave Brittany Griner there because I would not. That's too much of a risk to free that man. But he's already freed. And then the Pentagon just came out saying that they're worried about that dude who they just let free. I'm like, y'all president did that. Y'all president did that. I'm like, hey, I mean, good thing. Yeah, good she's home. I'm happy she's home, but I'm not happy of how she got home. You know, like, I like basketball. I love basketball. I love women's basketball. So I mean, I'm shocked because I know about the basketball team. The Vegas, the Aces won. That's my favorite WNBA team. The Las Vegas Aces. They won. My favorite player on there is Kelsey Plum. I know them since they used to be I think they were part of like San Antonio before, and then they went to Las Vegas. So I know WNBA. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't watch it. I understand they can't dunk. They need to lower the rim, but yeah. Also, I guess, I mean, when you're saved, you know, how do you know you're truly saved? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm truly saved. I say I'm saved, but am I? I don't know. I've changed a lot since I have came to Jesus, but like, am I truly saved? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. That's the question. That's another question. I believe in Jesus with all my heart, and Jesus is my Lord and Savior. But do I know I'm saved fully? I don't know. Everything's changing slowly. There was a time where even for music, I couldn't listen to Christian music because I thought it was whack. So now my playlist mainly consists of Christian rap. So I'm slowly stepping away from secular music. So I mean, it's my playlist is mostly Christian rap. Mainly like about 3-4 rappers. Hovey. That's like the most popular one. I like Holy Gabbana. That's he's a recently converted Christian. I think he's probably one of the better ones out of the. I mean, not than Hovey, but I say he's probably the second one. And you know, there's NCM Isaiah. There's Caleb Gordon. Lecrae is pretty good. I mean, I listen to Christian music, Christian rap. I still can't really get into gospel music, but I like Kanye's gospel stuff.
Kanye. I know we're not in the space. We're not supposed to be saying like, are you a real Christian or whatever? But like, do you think he's actually, let's say he's actually worshiping our God, or like, or is there another God? You know, or is it, you know, where do you think his mind is at? Is he doing the right thing, or you know?
So, is he doing the right thing? It's hard to say. Not really. No, he's not the way he's going about things. You're not really supposed to be hating on anybody, and obviously he's hating on Jews. He's supposed to be spreading love. He's hating on Jews now and everything. So he's not really living like a Christian way. He would say stuff to try to get you to like, oh yeah, he's living better now, and then he'll mess up like that. Like, well, that's what happened recently. Because the ending before that, it sounded like he was, you know, no, he's living, and then next, you know, he goes on into wars, and that happens. So I can't say if he's. I mean, he's probably not. I don't know. I can't say. I'm not the one to judge if he's Christian or not. But from the outside looking in, he's not. I wouldn't say he's Christian.
I agree though. You know, like he says some good stuff, and then it's like he just betrays you right after, like a day after. He just says something else different. I'm like, what? Like, okay, like I was defending him, and then now it's like, come on, Kanye.
Yeah.
Like I try, but then like he posted the logo with the little Nazi and true logo. I was like, okay, now there's a boundary you just broke. I think he means it, but then like I think he likes to play.
He can provoke everybody, so I think that's what it was, man. He was trying to get everybody talking about him, and he was just saying nonsense. But that's still not a Christian thing to do too. So. But yeah, I mean, same thing goes for like Kyrie. Well, he's Muslim, so that's a different thing. But they're like they're kind of similar.
Yeah, it's like they mean what they say, and then I guess they get to the media gets to them. I think but like then it doesn't. You can't really see it, but like, it gets to them. They're like, okay, I got some attention for saying this, and then like let me get some more, you know. So they like Kanye. What he said, he was like, I love everybody, and I was like, okay. And then the next day he makes the Jew and Nazi logo, like he just did it. He does it on purpose. Like he wants to like get something out now.
Like Kyrie is every season there's something out. Okay. This season I thought no, Kyrie's not doing nothing, and the next thing you know, he gets banned. I mean, I didn't even think he should have got banned or anything. He just, but not suspended. I didn't think he should have got suspended. Just let the man play. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a free country. So, but yeah.
Well, I guess that wraps it up. The only thing I'm gonna say before we wrap off, and I'll let you do something else too. I would just say, if you don't believe in the Bible, or you believe in God, and you want to, try little baby steps. Try talking to Him, maybe in your room or anywhere quiet, or maybe not quiet, whatever. Anywhere you feel comfortable. It may seem weird at first. It doesn't seem like you're talking to yourself, and it seems like no one's gonna listen to you, but He's listening. So just little baby steps, you know. You maybe the first day it might not work. Keep doing it every day, you know. So that's what I got to say. And like before I even found God, I did not have no sympathy for anybody. Like it'll be some stuff that happened, I just didn't care. And like ever since I found Him, you know, and then you know it was just like I became more emotional, because that's what I wanted too though, because I knew there was a wire screw loose in my brain, like I had no emotions, like so, and I wanted to, because you know it's just a human thing, you know, it's human, you know, you gotta show emotion, and it releases everything. So that's what I gotta say. What do you guys say? Last words? Maybe not last words for like for your life, but you know, say last words for the video.
I mean, yeah. You know, you strong out there if you're a Christian already and you're trying to, you know, better your life around anything. Like I said, just give it time, be patient, pray on it. He's gonna answer your prayers eventually. Don't try to rush things. That's what happened to me. And you rush things, you're gonna suffer the consequences of you rushing God's plan. Basically. Yep, because, you know, I was working at Amazon for 2 years, and I liked it for the first year. The second year, I hated that job, and I would pray every single time for a new opportunity, new career opportunity. You know, just something. Nothing was coming up about, so I know I was applying and everything and all that. I still want a career in the animal field, but they don't pay much. And I didn't go to college either. I don't plan on getting a degree or anything. But yeah, you know, I just applied to I did the thing. I went to a moving company. The worst mistake I could have possibly made. I suffered financially doing that for 2 months, and then that's when you bite the bullet before the plan comes. If you rush things, you're gonna suffer, and I suffered. Financially and everything, I was down bad. But you know, now I got a career job and everything, so you know, if I would have waited just 3 more months, I would have been where I'm at right now. But I wanted to rush things.
So patience is key.
Patience is key. When you're patient, just be patient. Don't try to rush things. This is God's plan, not yours.
All right. Well, that was some good words, you know, from all of us. So make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment down below what videos you want me to do next, what questions you have about Christianity, if you're not a Christian or you're trying to follow God, you know. Also, I believe we do have another special guest that's in here in the building right now. I believe he does want to say something as well to the camera. What's your last words? All right, I think that's it. He was like, don't do that.
You tripping, that's not what he meant. If you get baptized and you don't repent, my brother, you just getting wet. If you wanna be free from the love of the money, then you gotta be content. You wanna be free from the love of the money.